New Jersey.
I want to give one to Kevin Walsh, too.
Supreme Court decision, then affordable housing began to be constructed. COA was in fact developed as a response to the desire to have a legislative rather than a judicial ruling to guide the development of affordable housing. The first two rounds were fine, but still some municipalities didn't comply. Some did very, very, very well, particularly Bridgewater, that you had the mayor speaking here last year, who is my mayor. The third round of COA rules have been so complex and widely resistant, and I frankly thought they were an absolute disaster, that the opportunity to revise the program is welcome. But we shouldn't throw out the baby with the bathwater. We still need a solid plan for taking care of the baby, the need of low and moderate income families for affordable housing in an almost unaffordable state. After all, the regulations worked over the years, and New Jersey has more affordable housing built than most other states. They're nowhere enough, and none to accommodate the large families.
Good morning. My name is Susan Aldred Laffler, and I'm a fourth generation lifelong resident of New Jersey. My great-grandfather, Jidar, was a weaver in a silk mill, working class, yet able to afford to purchase a modest house in Summit. My great-grandmother, Lucy, was a widow, cleaned people's homes, and was able to afford to live in a safe and affordable house in Summit, and sent her 5 children to good schools. My grandparents were both I'm here to be heard, sorry. My grandparents were both working class, yet were able to afford a few acres of land in Chatham and to build a custom home on that property. As a result, my father went to Chatham Public Schools, then on to Seton Hall University, and after serving in the Army, he was able to afford to work his way through law school. I am a product of my hardworking ancestors. I am aware every day at how my family legacy is not possible in today's New Jersey. I am a director at Homefirst Interfaith Housing and Family Services in Plainfield, Union County. Every day at Homefirst, we are fighting to find safe and affordable housing for working class families. Often, by the time people come to our door, they are already homeless, hungry, and stressed to the limit. It is heartbreaking, especially the children. People comment to me all the time they don't see homeless people where they live. I tell them that they could be the person who's preparing their child's lunch, or taking care of their aging parents, or cleaning their house. The harsh reality is that you are making minimum wage $7.25, or let's say you're even making $8 an hour. There is no way that you can afford even the cheapest apartment in Plainfield. Safe and affordable housing is just not an option. It's basic math. The legislation that is before you does not address the needs of our minimum wage workers. It is out of touch with the reality of today's working poor, a larger and larger segment of our society. Homefirst has been providing safe and affordable housing that is the jewel of our neighborhoods. For example, we have purchased dilapidated houses in the historic district of Plainfield and restored them to their former glory and made them available to very low-income families, along with social services to help those families stay safe. Now that has a positive impact on the community. We do not just own homes in Plainfield. We own homes in Westfield and Scotch Plains and other middle and upper class communities. And again, our homes do not stand out. There's no sign outside that says homeless people living here. They are beautiful homes. They cost nothing, nothing to the towns that they are in. And they are just beautiful in the community. Now, I'm not saying that the current system is perfect, but it is working slowly to provide safe and affordable housing to hard-working families like my great-grandparents. I invite all of you to Homefirst. Actually, I did invite all of you to Homefirst on our housing tour last year. But I invite you to see firsthand the positive impact housing for very low income is having in our community, our county, and our state. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any questions from the committee?
Through the chair, Mr. Quinn, I think the plan is broken. I don't think the plan does work. You know, part of the problem is that there's a false sense of people understanding is that working people that are struggling don't have the wherewithal to buy anything. And I think that's a big misnomer. We keep thinking we're going to build things people can buy. They can't afford to buy.
Right.
These people can afford to rent. The biggest problem is without huge subsidies, either the land is given or something else like that, you cannot build housing that makes sense to rent. It's affordable to these people.
Well, we do. Homefirst does.
Maybe Homefirst does in a very narrow way, but it's some way getting money from someplace. Because otherwise, the rehab to do it, when the costs come forward, we do rehab in our place. It's not subsidized with either federal, state money, or something, or township money. It just doesn't compute. Now, I like how it computes that some subsidies. I know you're telling me that there's actually no subsidies at all in any of the housing we're building.
Oh, there absolutely there is.
That's what I'm trying to explain. The problem is the subsidies aren't there right now. And the problem is that, for example, we built the U-Horn development, which we thought was an answer to some things, except when you start computing numbers, people can't afford to buy it. Because you have to have an income of, for example, over $30,000 a year to be able to buy it, which is just, the people we're talking about weren't capable. We're talking about $10 an hour now. We're $12. So I'm saying to you is, all these things work if there's money. The problem is, when the RCA's died, the money died with them. We don't have the money to do what we have to do. And it's not coming down from the way it should be.
But the RCA only gave $30,000, and I'd like to know where a house can be built in New Jersey for $30,000. So they didn't have it in that way. They weren't used to build more affordable housing.
Not the argument, that's not true. In our town, we gave the land for nothing. So the $30,000 went directly to the building. And yes, we built affordable housing, we just built 72 units and have another 700 on the line if I get RCA. So the answer is, if towns step up to the plate and give land for nothing, provide services there, you can't build affordable housing. You need the land for nothing, which is a big problem. We were able to do that. But also the fact is RCA is allowed to build 72 units in affordable housing purchase. So there is a help. I just appreciate the RCA's back.
Thank you, Senator. Randy Gottesman, Affordable Housing Professionals of New Jersey.